last time on the home front, the party was called into the commander's office to receive their first field mission and to meet their third party member, Momo, the Tabaxi cleric with stunted growth. Their commander, a platinum scale dragonborn named people speeding down the fucking street. Close that window. Shit, I started talking, there was someone revving their engine outside. The commander, a platinum scale dragonborn named Impir Radand, has tasked the party with eliminating a pack of monsters near the fort as their first field mission. This was to help with securing the region so supply caravans can make it to the fort instead of being attacked and robbed. The party set out immediately to the southwest forest in search for the monster pack. After a couple hours, they found several dead black bears with their innards sucked dry. Further in, they found hunting grounds for the monsters who turned out to be large spiders. After killing off the hunting pack, the party discovered a large cave opening. Not wanting to fight them head on, the party set a trap to lure one of them out. To their surprise, the creature was a massive spider that crawled out of the cave, the size of a minivan. Eating the poison bait, the party killed it while it was paralyzed and then proceeded inside the cave. There, they found a large mound of dead bodies of fallen soldiers, people who were sent on the mission before and failed. They discovered a smithing workshop that could be valuable to the fort, but guarding it was another large spider monster. Nearly falling prey to it, the party narrowly snatched victory. At the end of the cave, Inger finds a room filled with hundreds of egg sacs. Letting this survive would be a nightmare later, so Momo begins igniting the egg sacs and burning the whole place down. And here we have the party just outside the cave, deciding on what to do next. And why did I close off Momo's sheet? Momo, get back in there, you. There we go. Okay. So, now that you've finished dealing with those spiders, you can choose to go directly back to the fort and turn in the mission, or, if you want, you can train in the woods if you want for a day.
No, we can go straight to the city, or we can train for a day.
No, you can go straight to the fort, to return.
Oh, to the fort.
Yeah, to report on your mission because you just
Okay.
completed it. Or before going back, you can train in the woods. There's probably other creatures and stuff that might pose a threat to the fort later. This will simply give you battle experience, food, and materials from creatures if you carve them.
Okay.
Also, the spider that you killed outside the cave, you didn't carve it.
No, I don't think we did.
No, you only carved the smaller ones. So that
I don't even think we carved. I don't even think we carved the one inside the cave.
No, you didn't. You kind of left that one to go explore,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was like, oh, spider sacks, burn the whole place down.
Pretty much.
Well, whatever.
But you have the one outside. That's a giant spider, so you could carve that if you want. It's just sitting there, dead.
Sure. I'll give him. I'll see what I can do.
Give it the old college try.
Yeah, pretty much. Low again today too.
14, not bad. Verdandi, do you want to try to get some giant spider parts? Verdandi?
Oops.
Sure,
Goddamn, every time.
Stop doing that.
Well, it's just the way it does it.
Damn it.
You can. Actually, I'm gonna roll for that. Let's start this session off good.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Let's get all the nat ones out of the way.
Yep. Might as well get them out of the way. That's really bad severity. Roll a Constitution save.
Oh no. You prick your finger on the. Oh wow.
Okay. You only take 2 poison damage, and you're not paralyzed. Yeah, when you were trying to carve it out, you managed to prick your finger off one of the fangs, not realizing how big they are.
Oh.
Ingir, you actually rip one of the fangs out. This fang is large enough to make a small weapon out of. So you have a giant spider fang.
Good.
Yeah, and Momo actually getting another 14 gets the other fang.
Fair enough. Depending on what it is, I might just give it to the little Verdandi.
Yay.
Hmm.
Spider
Wait, what do I get?
You don't get anything with a nat one.
Ooh. Oh.
You got
Yeah.
What
damage.
did what did Inger give me?
What? I didn't give you nothing yet. Yet. We'll see what I can make out of the fang. If it's something I don't want, I'll give it to you.
Turkey.
Durky durky.
So
Okay.
Momo points out, how's everyone feeling? Does anyone require any medical stuff?
No, surprisingly
fuck.
good.
She doesn't have any spell slots left, but she does have a healer's kit that if, anyone was in rough shape, if you took a serious injury, she could patch you up.
Cool.
What is her
Well, I'm down to 5 hit points.
Perhaps we should do a quick rest before traipsing through the forest again.
Yes, I agree.
You know, my health was so low, you guys, I would get knocked out and you brought me right back up to full.
Yep. Yeah, Momo's, now that she leveled up, she's about half health out of her max. So for a short rest, you can just roll your hit dice to heal some HP.
Are we doing a short rest?
Yes.
Or a long rest?
Short rest. You can't do a
Okay.
long rest. You just had one a short while ago in the previous session.
Apparently I already used a hit dice.
No,
Yeah.
that was when you leveled up. Because originally you only had one, now you have one out of two.
You technically have one more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so hit dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
You heal for 11.
Yay!
There you go. And I don't think you get anything else on a short rest because I think all your stuff is long rest based.
Mm.
But 11 HP on the hit dice.
Yeah.
Momo gets a little bit. Enough to keep her good. I would say maybe eat a ration. Eat some more spider meat.
Sure, I'll eat some spooder meat.
Yeah, you just had a big battle, so gotta get your calories up. Starts chomping on a spider like. Yeah. So during like your short little break, you see Momo like she kind of sits off by like a bush by herself, and the way she sits. She sits with like she's like hugging her knees basically,
Mm-hmm.
and she has her big old head resting on her knees. She kind of stays distant from most people.
Right.
What do you guys do on your short rest? Like, how do you behave and stuff like that?
You're gonna see me fiddling with a tree.
Yeah, you fiddle.
When low down, I'm just discovering my magic.
Yeah, like how I feel things.
E.
Accidentally
Yeah.
burn a tree down.
Verdandi just like curls up in a spot. Like,
Yeah, you both.
makes a pillow out of leaves.
So you chopped out a whole bunch just now.
Yeah, you became robotic. What did you say, Bean?
Oh, I make a pillow out of just curl up and lie down.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone kind of had their asses beat at some point in that cave.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, if it wasn't for Momo, we'd be dead.
You.
Yeah. Momo's just keeping her distance from everyone. Does anyone want to talk to Momo?
No, being in the army, I'm pretty used to people being distant,
Alright, fair enough.
Verdundi's asleep.
especially veterans. Veterans would be very distant. Even a war, what do you call orphan? Like it all makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll pull it up. We'll bring it up when it becomes an issue.
Yeah. After a short rest, Momo points out, even though we won, we kind of struggled even with like the weaker ones. So perhaps we should take this time, since there was no time limit given to us on the mission. Maybe we should take this time to strengthen up by fighting some other monsters. If you want.
What do you mean level up? That's not a thing in this. What? I'm gonna be like, no. We're part of the military. We have to finish our orders as soon as possible.
Okay, I was just making a suggestion.
I'm too
Actually, I
straight
wouldn't
faced.
mind killing some time.
Well, then Inger would probably go on by himself and report it in.
And you come back, your companions are level 5.
Pretty much.
No,
Tis how it would go.
No, they go with you. You're the captain.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna head back to town, or head back to the fort town. Jesus. Sorry, I'm used to town.
It's all good.
All right.
But yeah, just to explain that whole military thing, there is no time limit, but if they figure out the fact that
You're wasting
well,
time, essentially.
yeah, that's where their distaste would be, and we would probably be not only just disowned, but a bunch of other things
It won't
just involving our
reflect
clan,
well on your military career.
among other things. But yeah, it's the biggest thing, right? We're representing our clan. That's why we would finish the job, go straight back, and only time that they give us would be go and do our own thing.
Yeah.
This is military. This is not a free campaign, right?
Mhm. Alright. So you make your way back to Fort Dreadgar with a successful mission under your belt. Feeling fairly proud of your accomplishment and the fact that any creature in your path is fucking dead. The journey feels oddly quick back to home base. Because you essentially just go back the way you came.
Yeah.
And everything along there is dead. Even the stuff you didn't fight. So you reach the west gate from where you left. The guards there check you as you come up. Nothing out of the ordinary, just standard procedure when anyone comes back. They just check to see if there's anything that shouldn't be brought into the base, making sure that you're who you say you are.
Yeah.
The guards are a couple of bronze scale dragonborns. Drox and Estern, as you've come to know them. I'll write those. Drox and Estern. They're the gate guards that you normally see when you go in and out of the fort. Back inside, everything seems to be just as you left it. It's only been a day. Or
Yeah.
a little over a day, I guess, because you had a long rest there at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's only 8 hours. Yeah, it's been about maybe a day. Back in the fort, everything seems to be just as you left it, but you do notice a number of people entering the commander's office. Crowding the commander's office.
Yeah.
Several dozen people, in fact. There seems to be some commotion about something you can't quite hear from where you are, but you notice just a gathering. And you need to go there anyway.
Well, might as well wait in line.
As you make your way to the crowd, you hear agonizing screams from the commander's office.
Oh
But
God.
it doesn't sound like the commander. It sounds more not dragonborn. The heavier guards for the commander see you approaching. They're like, "Oh, you're approaching," and immediately let you in as they were expecting you.
Right.
So you enter inside. You see the commander and another man. Wait, you keep clicking that.
Stop doing that.
It's honestly just how it works. Ignore it. Calm down. Jeez.
Yeah.
Funny, one of the first things you hear is "calm down."
Yes. Everybody calm down.
Alright.
Quit screaming.
Inside, you see the commander and the commander's assistant, a silver skill named Cypress. Getting names out here.
Oh boy.
And the man that is screaming is a half-elf peasant that looks horribly injured and in distress, possibly traumatized. You see the commander trying to talk him down. He's like, "Calm down. Our duty is to help you. You're safe here. Just breathe and relax." Cypress, help him sit down. Cypress gently helps the half-elf sit down and keeps his hand on his sword to help him stay steady. The man begins to calm down after a few minutes, but he is just holding his head and crying and shaking. Impir places his hand on the half-elf's shoulder, and you notice a white, radiant light emanating from the commander's hand. The half-elf stops crying, and you see many of his injuries beginning to disappear. There, you feel better now? Yes. Thank you. Just call me Impir. Now, can you tell me your name? Derek. It's Derek Brown. I was caravan driver. Just after we left Adamantless, we were attacked by an overwhelming force. Hundreds. I thought it was Zion at first, but then I noticed that the people were all dragonborn and lizard folk. They were extremely well armed and armored, in military-grade equipment. I thought they were military personnel, but when they attacked us, they attacked us and killed whoever resisted and captured those who didn't. Everything that we were bringing to this fort was taken by them. We didn't see where they came from, but there's nothing but open flat plains to the east of where they were, or where we were, so they must be in the forest to the west by the river. Or maybe the forest to the south. I just don't know anymore. It's alright, you've done quite enough. The fact that you made it here is a sign of good to come. However, I'm curious of one thing. What might that be? You told me that all this you told me all this that happened, but you never explained how could you have escaped when they killed and captured everyone. Plus, the number of people involved doesn't seem right. If it was an organized band of bandits, they would only send at most a few dozen out of the hundreds that they would have. Is there something else you want to tell me? Or have you said too much already? Roll perception on the half-elf.
Perception.
You don't see it. But you do notice that Derek, the half-elf, he begins to panic a bit, but you don't see what he does. All you see is the commander grab him by the wrist, and then you see a dagger in the half-elf's hand. But the commander's just holding him by the wrist up in the air off the ground. You feel and see a powerful radiant energy building up in the commander's mouth, and just as quick as the weapon was drawn, a magnificent radiant beam of energy is fired from the commander's mouth. The radiant breath of a platinum scale dragonborn, one who is also very experienced. It's basically Godzilla's atomic breath at his level. The half-elf is disintegrated into nothing as the beam blasts the door into oblivion. It just missed you guys by like a head width between you. Sorry about that. Like the smoke is just like sizzling out of his mouth. Sorry about that. I was waiting for him to spill his beans on the bandits' ambush plan. The half-elf is just a hand and a dagger that falls to the ground into a pile of ash.
Yes. Understandable.
Mm-hmm. Well, you attack commander of a fort.
You.
You're gonna get burned. Anyway, come over here to the war chart. I think I have a plan for turning this ambush around. He doesn't even ask you on the mission yet. He has something else a little more urgent right now. Commander sets up a few pieces on the map to symbolize his theory of this bandit plan. So this fort here in the middle, this fort here is us here in the middle. Actually, I'm going to go to my world map because I wasn't on it. I'm a dumbass. There we go. Alright. Actually, I could have just used my other screen. I forget I have two screens. So the fort here in the center is us, right there. Adamantless is the city where the supply's been coming from, up to the north, around here. He said the bandits possibly came from the west or the south. So that's possibly over here or down here. Because then they could reach through here.
Mirror. One more time.
Oh.
I didn't know we were at the map.
So Adamantless is right here. The city, where the supplies have been coming from.
Yep.
The attack was around here. Right? There's nothing here except open plain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they either come from the forest over here or through the south. So this area here is where they came from and are possibly hiding. Now, you said the bandits possibly came from the west or the south, but that is actually just where he wants us to go for the ambush sites. My guess is, if a group goes there to these sites, it will spring their trap, while a separate group invades the fort while our numbers are reduced. There are plenty of forested land for them to hide in, so we need to find the invasion group first, take them out, and then we take on the ambush sites afterwards. While doing this, we will need to find out where their base of operations is located.
Do you have a few scouts already sent out yet, or no?
We do. Actually, I'll get to that in a moment. You three will be taking on a separate task. There's a town called Saltstone to the southwest, past the forest you just came back from. There, I want you to see if you can gather up any mercenaries or adventurers willing to be hired on to help take down these bandits. We need more experience numbers, not just throw recruits at them. If there's a large
That'd be wise.
Yeah, if there's a large force in the hundreds, we're not throwing recruits to go die. Not yet. Not until they're capable enough to fight back. Right? Tell the adventurer groups that their group will be paid 1,000 gold each as reward. That should get their attention.
Okay. Each group.
Yeah.
Group.
Yeah, group, not individual member. So like.
Yeah.
Yeah, a group of like 10 people. That's 100 gold per person.
Yeah.
Yeah, just mercenary fare. The silver scale, Cyprus. Sir, about the town. Our scouts reported back before we dealt with. He looks down the pile of ash on the ground. They spotted black smoke rising from the town. It may be possible they reached Saltstone already. The commander kind of just like puckers his lips in a bit, like just sucks them in. Okay. New mission. We need you to head down there to check on the town and make sure everything is alright. If there is someone, or something or someone causing a threat, eliminate it. Then try to recruit anyone willing to be hired.
Okay, so
you have one mission that has multiple objectives.
Right. So first objective was recruits. Well, I guess technically not first objective. Would be second objective.
Yeah, the main objective is to check on the town. If it's
Yeah.
if it's being attacked, that's not good. That means they've reached the southeast.
What's the name of the town?
Southwest. Saltstone.
Saltstone.
Guess what kind of mines they have near there?
Saltstone?
Salt mines.
Pewter?
No, they
Pyrite!
No, quartz.
Yeah.
Sodium.
Yes, sodium. Sodium chloride. Lots of sodium chloride. Anyway, as for the job you just came back from, how'd it go?
Completed. We eradicated the infestation of spiders.
Anything else happen, or?
We almost died a few times. That was fun.
Well, that's
Good times.
That's the military for you. We have good men and women dying every day, every hour. The fact that you came back with your whole team intact with a successful mission proves that I was right. You, your clans, birthed warriors, not infants, and I believed you had the potential to end this scourge, and I believe that is more trustworthy now than what I had previously thought. Anyway, for your payment, you are each paid 50 gold.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
50 gold per person. Since there's no armory or supplies to do any business, you will have to go to town to get anything, which you happen to be going to, so...
Do you have another mission?
Yes, I just told you what your mission was.
I wave at Verdandi. I got it written down.
Now, I know you just came back from your first mission, but due to the urgency of the situation, we need you to head it immediately.
Understood.
Yeah, Saltstone may be under attack or already fallen. We need someone out there now.
Okay. We'll take care of Saltstone.
Alright, dismissed.
Do my little salute. And then I gesture for Momo and Verdandi to follow.
Momo's tiny little hands can't quite reach the top of her forehead because her hands are stubby and her head's big. But she just like kind of salutes to the side of her face.
It's an idle group.
Alright, so with no time to rest, you and your squad head back out the same way you came in. Drox and Esther say good luck to you as you head out on your mission, unless you wanted to do anything else before heading out. There's not really much available, so...
I see a quiver of arrows over here, and I take one and stash it away in mine.
Roll a sleight of hand, because you have to requisition supplies.
I'm not gonna hide that. If they really need to worry about one arrow, they can come complain to my clan about it.
Alright. I'm just gonna take the one arrow?
I only needed the one arrow.
Okay. Yeah, one broke, that's right. Alright, so you, you leave the gate, Drox and Esther, and say, good luck.
Good luck.
They're telling you guys good luck, because you're going back out on a mission after just coming back.
I'll shout up behind them. Don't let it get invaded.
We're gonna be invaded? What?
What I figured.
They've been outside at the gate all day. It's like, wait, what? You just see them start to like slowly break down into panic as you walk by. Alright.
I'm sure they'll do fine.
I mean, you got a large fort. Actually, let me describe, because as you were walking back to the fort, you got to see the outside a lot more. Where did I put its description? Doodle-doo. Pandora. Alright, so, as you're walking back. Fort Dragard, the military base, southwestern region of Pandora, the closest it can be to the front lines without being in direct danger from crossfire. The fort only has a few officers of any substantial rank. The commander officer is Major Impir Radend, Platinum Scale Dragonborn, who goes by the nickname Dragon's Messiah. Captain Cypress, Silver Scale Dragonborn, and second in command to the fort. He oversees the training of most recruits, the scouts, while the sergeants deal with the day-to-day training with all the recruits. There's also a quartermaster, who's an old blue scale dragonborn. I might be pronouncing it wrong, but Quinlong? No. He's in charge of maintaining the armory, requisitions, and supply caravans coming from the city. However, with the current state of the region, his job is super fucking boring because he has nothing to do. The fort is a heavily fortified fortress, able to withstand any attack from King Raiden's army. Raiden was the storm giant king who ravaged the world many years ago, though he was stopped the possibility of a force with that kind of power still lingered, as the current war has proven. So strengthening fortresses became more of the norm. So every fortress you go to is generally just like big, bulky walls that can take a beating. The area of the fortress spans far enough to consider this place its own town, a large town. The walls are high-quality stone and metal, standing over 100 feet tall, 10 feet thick, inside and out. It was designed and crafted by the dwarves up at the capital, so there's a bit of a dwarvish theme to the interior, but the fort is mainly run by Dragonborn, as you've learned, with the exception of a few other races. Due to its size, it would be possible to establish a merchant quarter for trade with the settlements in the region. Saltstone to the southwest, to where you're going. Sylvay'Alla City to the south, near the coast. And Adamantless to the north. This would help greatly with the war effort, as money isn't a problem, as everything is well funded, but quantity of supplies is harsh, as you've learned from being in the fort. There's just not enough things to go around to everyone. There's also a tower, mage tower, that is allied with them. They are to the southeast, I think? Southeast. Yeah,
Oh shit. Sorry.
You okay?
I was choked on a piece of candy.
Oh God.
Ooh, a piece of candy.
I flicked it in my mouth and it went straight to the back and I saw.
Oh God. Bean just chokes on voice.
I'm so glad. You know how like those like there's sour Skittles like with the rough edge, sour sugar.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it wasn't like a rough piece of candy that I could have like scratched my throat with. I'm sorry. It just surprised me so much. Okay. Sorry, I'm good. Continue.
It's all good. Let's see, where was I? There's a Tower of Shonan, the mage school, as well as the Church of Dinah, where clerics are trained and then sent to the fort to be assigned as combat medics, where Momo was trained.
What was that place called again? Is that the fort?
No, so there's the Tower of Shonan, which is the mage school, where they train mages that get recruited into the military, like full mages, like wizards, sorcerers. Right. There's the Church of Dinah, where clerics are trained.
Right.
That's where Momo was trained.
Yeah. Where are all these places?
We'll actually just reveal them. The Church of Dinah, right there.
Ah.
Yeah, and the Mage School, Tower of Shonan.
Yeah.
Roll Arcana or Religion? Religion, I guess. Make more sense.
Religion. Come on, I poked it.
I did too.
Yeah, no, Roll20 has been a bit slow.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
because
pretty
it poked at the same time.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Oh, 9 gonna
Yeah,
knock
it's
him out.
pretty accurate rolls actually.
Actually, you know, well, the Church of Dinah, you know that Dinah, the chromatic dragon goddess, she is a blue dragon, so having her church next to the ocean makes a lot more sense, as that's where they are, right there. And Shonan is the goddess of magic in this world. Also, the Mage Tower is close to the shoreline for a different reason. And yeah, with that 20, you would know that a Mage Tower with a bunch of powerful mages standing on top of it would act like a siege weapon. Because anything gets near the shores, they can just bombard it with shit. That's why they're close to the shore down south. Yeah. It's like, oh, army's approaching.
Wait,
well, you got 3 mages
is this
casting.
the Mage Tower?
Yeah, that's Mage Tower.
Oh,
Yeah.
shouldn't it be more south or
No,
more actually on the shore?
It's no, it's that right there is perfect distance. It's meant to attack things that get close to the shore, or if they get onto the shore, they have lots of land to just blow them up. Think of it like this: you got 3 powerful mages on top of a mage tower, with lots of open space to just spam cast meteor swarm each. Anything gets near them, that's gonna explode. That's the point of having a mage tower.
Okay, so it's like tower like in Zelda high, and not like or tall.
Sorry, you cut out a whole bunch.
So is it like as tall as the towers in Zelda, or is it like as tall as like lighthouses?
Which Zelda towers are you referring to? I haven't played
Breath
all
of the Wild.
I haven't played that, so.
I know what you mean.
Yeah?
It is very tall. Like,
Okay.
it's meant to be able to
tower.
give mages large amount of coverage, and Meteor Storm being like the strongest evocation spell, and covering large areas, because I believe the range on it is miles, right? Or one or 2 miles, or 50 miles, or something like that. Meteor Storm has large range to it, so they need open space because it devastates an area. So the Mage Tower there, with plenty of room on the coast and the field, and also the ocean. Also, now, you mentioned this to me, and I laughed. A noble and their connections would also be very beneficial, especially one who wishes to help those suffering due to the war. Having merchants in the fort would help maintain sufficient supplies so that shipments from the capital don't have to be a concern anymore. Like, when you mention it's like Inger doesn't like nobles, it's like, huh, oh, well, I have stuff involving that. Alright.
He's gotta, as soon as he meets a noble he already doesn't like him. They gotta earn his favor.
Alright, let's see, where was I? Alright, so you head back into the forest where you fought the spiders. And it's the most, like, going due southwest, I believe. Hold on, I will actually, you would have saw it on the war map, so I will do this. Saltstone is right there. The little circle. Yeah. Alright. So it's just due southwest from where you are. Since you didn't waste any time, you still have pretty much most of the day to you travel through the forest. You make it back to where you originally fought the spiders in no time at all, because you had that region cleared. But as you continue going down further southwest, the sun does start to set. You're still in the forest. You guys are fairly roughed up from the mission. You haven't really had time to rest, so you could camp out if you want, or you can continue walking through the night.
No, it's best not to travel at night.
Yeah, so you set up. Gonna set up camp.
Yeah.
Moma's like, good. I have no healing spells left.
Yeah, no, it's best if we just rest.
Yeah, get everyone at the full strength. So you're gonna sit down to a long.
Starting, who's middle, who's at the end?
Roll initiative to determine the watch order.
Okay, I like that. That's actually pretty smart. So I'll be last unless Momo rolls higher.
So the highest initiative go first or last?
I figured last initiative would go last.
So Verdandi would be last, like last time.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Actually, you're first. You rolled higher than Momo. You're faster than a cat.
Dexterity.
She's fairly dexterous too, but yeah, you're like way more dexterous. Anyway, so Ingir, Momo, and then Verdandi watching.
Okay.
All right, so you set up camp. During the night.
Start a fire.
Yeah, you get camp set up. It's simple enough. You have all the tools and stuff to set it up easily. So I wouldn't even have you guys roll unless you had to like makeshift, get 2 sticks or some rocks and start, trying to spark a fire. But you already have like actual camping gear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So during the night, you each do a watch rotating every 2 hours. During the night, roll perception on your watch. Oh, you actually just matched what you need for this. So, during your watch, you're the first one up, and already nothing approaches you or attacks you. But you get the feeling the forest is watching and is aware of your squad's presence.
Oh.
I mean, you did just wipe out an entire monster pack.
Yeah.
So, makes sense. Also you would be trained for this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if not in the military, in your own clans, at the very least.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we want to do 2-hour shifts, by the way, that's not enough sleep for each person.
8-hour rest. You'd get each person would get 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
rest are 8 hours though.
Yeah, long rest is 8 hours.
Yeah. So it rotates. So let's say first 2 hours someone's on watch, then they go to sleep for 6 hours. During that, the next person is up after already having 2 hours of sleep. They watch for 2 hours, and then they get the remaining 4. And then the third person, who had 4 hours of sleep, stays up for 2 hours, right? And then gets either stays awake or gets another 2 hours of sleep after their watch. So it's not completely even. Yeah, I know. It wouldn't be completely. One person would have to do a longer watch.
So the way watch keeping would really work out, it would be 6 hours and then swap. So basically, somebody would not be getting a rest that night. It would be we'd be switching throughout days or nights technically. So one night somebody else would be in watch, another night somebody else would be in watch.
Yeah.
It's just because for like a small camp, you don't need everybody awake or switching out every 2 hours. You're just interrupting your sleep, right?
Yeah. If you have 4, it'd be a lot easier to divide it.
Well, even so, it's easier on the party, even the person keeping watch, if you just stay up the whole night.
So who wants to stay up the whole night then?
I will. I'm not hurting at all.
Okay, so Momo and Verdandi get full rest.
Yeah, Verdandi's hurting. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You're gonna wake up and you're gonna be sleepy.
I'm not waking up. I'm gonna be wide awake. What are you talking about?
I mean, when everyone else wakes up, you'll be super sleepy. I can't words, okay? Leave me alone.
Fair enough.
Just making sure Mama shit's all at full. Okay. But during your
During the day, you
watch,
could probably take a short.
I mean, yeah, during the day, you could take like a nap on a short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's usually how it would work, right?
Yeah.
The person keeping watch, if you were in a caravan, you would be sleeping while you guys traveled.
If only you had like an elf or a warforged who don't need sleep, just have them on watch.
Mhm.
If only you had that. It's funny, I had a warforged cleric before. That was fun. So yeah, on your watch, you just get the feeling that the forest is watching you, but nothing approaches you. No wildlife, no monsters, no bandits, no nothing. You just get the feeling you're constantly being watched. And holy crap, my
Interesting.
room is a sauna. Oh, the window.
I'll relay what I felt. Wait, are we waking up still, or are we still at the night?
No, nothing happens during the night. Not with your 20 on perception. You kept eye on everything. You didn't
Sounds good.
fall asleep like a certain someone.
It's all good. Anyways,
So yeah, dawn comes along, and the morning is very foggy.
foggy.
Yeah, this will actually cause vision to be obscured, causing perception to have disadvantage. You can see around your immediate area, but further in you can't see enough because the fog gets too thicker. But roll a survival to get your bearings to get back on track.
Boop.
Wow, she wakes up, she doesn't know
Oh
where
my.
the fuck she is.
She just wakes up in a panic. Where's the spiders?
It's like after being traumatized last night. You Ingir, you got your bearings. Even after not sleeping, you're like, yeah, no. You know where you are. So does Momo.
Good.
So yeah, you notice, actually with that survival, you notice that the fog is coming from the southwest. It's like rolling in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Taking the southwest is where we gotta go.
It is. Yeah, and as you continue on traveling, the fog does not let up. It gets thicker and thicker.
I'll point out to Verdandi and Momo that the fog is coming from our direction, and I'll also relate to them that last night I was definitely feeling the thought that we were being watched.
Well, that's not surprising. We're in a forest inhabited by all manners of creatures. It's probably the nocturnal ones watching us in case one of us turns out to be prey.
Either way, something to keep an eye out.
And then all of a sudden, Momo kind of just gets like that.
Something.
That when a cat like sticks up their back and they kind of just twinge a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Momo after realize something. Oh wait, I'm prey.
Right.
You okay, Peach Child?
Oh, Peach Child.
Alright, so,
Do you think that whoever is creating the fog, was the
Actually,
person watching you last night?
I'm not too sure. Can I roll an Arcana to see if I can tell if this is a natural fog or if
Can I
it's?
use detect magic?
Yeah,
Oh.
you can actually ritual cast that, so it doesn't cost anything.
Well, fuck me then. Go ahead.
Magic on the fucking forest.
Actually, wait, hold on. I just gotta check something with your character spell casting. Because you can only ritual cast if your spell casting type is a ritual caster. Spell focus, spell casting ability. Oh, you are not a ritual caster, so it would cost a spell slot to use it.
Sure.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Does Momo have detect magic? Oh, she does, actually. Hold on. Clerics. Clerics are ritual casters. So if you want, Momo can cast it, and no one has to waste any resources.
Oh, sure.
Alright. So her eyes begin glowing, just... And, she doesn't notice anything magic, except the two of you, because you're magical users now.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're both glowing when she looks at you. It's like you guys are all shiny now.
Nah.
Her paw is slowly reaching out, trying to like grab at you, because you're shiny and she wants it.
I'm gonna pat on her the back of her hand like there.
What? Sorry. Just detect magic. Everything magic is all shiny, bright, easy to grab. Yeah, no, this fog isn't magic. She's gonna start sniffing the air. Never mind. It's fog. Smells like fog. Yeah, nat 1.
Fog is nice.
She can't tell what this fog is. It's just thick fog.
Ingrid doesn't trust it. He's gonna put a bandana around him, just a piece of cloth he has, and then tie it around his face.
Oh no, now you're a bandit.
A makeshift mask.
Momo sees this and does the same with one of her. She has a leather sack that she
Mhm.
just like unravel and use as a makeshift bandana. So yeah, she ties her face up, and now you're walking through the woods as bandits. Alright, so as you continue...
I think for Dandy it's gonna like not do the face mask thing, because like I know that like if you tie a face mask like and there's like stuff in the air, like it's not gonna prevent you from getting it.
That's
So
viral infections though, not actual
not
gas.
inhalants?
Yeah, not inhalants. Depends on the inhalants actually.
Yeah.
For like a gas or something like that, having something to filter the air through is
yeah.
It's less
Even
hard to breathe on it or breathe in it.
Even in Fallout, where it goes through literally everything, any kind of distance you have from that is a benefit. That's why even if it's makeshift, it's still better than nothing.
Yeah. The more walls it has to go through to get to your insides is...
Same with smoke. Even just common smoke, just putting something over your face reduces the inhalation.
Yeah.
Ergy.
Any form of filter, just so you're not coughing and dying. Getting the black lung. Go for a walk in the forest, you come out with the black lung.
Okay, so yeah, Verdandi will pull out a scrap or something like that.
Momo has lots of leather sacks for everyone. So as you continue on, roll a survival again, just to stick together, because it's getting thicker to the point where your immediate area is hard to see in.
Before we travel any further, then, I'm gonna grab my rope and I'm gonna tie leads to all of us.
Alright. Yeah, you got a 50-foot rope. You can tie all three of you together.
Yeah.
I
of course.
Have rope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all have rope.
And we'll be going in a single file line.
Yeah. What's the marching order? Like who's in front?
I'll be in front.
Yeah.
I'll be in the middle.
Right,
actually, let's put Peach Child in the middle.
Okay. Peach Child can go in the middle.
Don't step on her.
It's okay. She can jump on somebody.
Right, so that'll be survival with advantage still, because it's a 50-foot rope. So you could...
I'm good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. This is the fact that you used the rope. You're keeping everyone together.
Before even any of that, I'm just gonna be like.
You start feeling like one side of the rope or one part of the rope starting to like leer off to the side. You tug it to keep it going in the same
Yeah,
direction.
you hear a meow.
I don't know how to pronounce his. I don't know how to spell his last name, but
I think that's pretty accurate. I don't think there's an
Google it.
I. I'm googling the shit out of this.
All right. Let's see.
I spelled it right. Fuck yeah.
I'm
Very
so
right.
proud.
All right.
Sorry.
As you go in, you all got things over it, but you're starting to feel it's hard to breathe this smoke as it gets really thick and like just completely surrounding you. Roll Constitution saves.
I clicked it. Come on. There we go.
I would say since you're all wearing like something to filter, you do have advantage because it's breath based. So let's see. You have advantage. Verdandi fails. Inger passes. Momo passes. But you hear Verdandi start coughing, like hard coughing, like she's suffocating from something.
Oh god.
Yeah. Verdandi, as you get a big inhale of like the fog, you begin to realize this isn't fog.
Poison.
Smoke. It's smoke from a lot of shit burning.
The forest is on fire? What is this?
The forest itself doesn't seem to be on fire, but the smoke you determined was coming from the southwest, and you did get word that Saltstone had smoke trails coming out of it. Momo is like tugging on the rope. I think we need to get out of this smoke as quickly as possible.
Okay. Guess we can go back the way we came.
Yeah, if you want to.
Well, which way is the smoke blowing? Is there any wind?
It's coming from the southwest. Like it's going towards it's going like this way.
Okay, so the wind is east.
Yeah.
So where are we?
So even if you go back, it's going to be following you.
Yeah. So I was saying, like, we go south, like, more south, like, to this area.
Yeah.
Kind of take a detour.
Yeah. It would probably take
to get out of the path.
Yeah, it would probably take you like another day, but it would be safer.
What if we go north?
Well, that's going.
Would that be faster?
Wind's going this way.
Wind's going east.
Yeah.
If we go north.
Going that way.
What's right here? Is this
those are hills.
Cliff? Hills and cliffs? Okay.
Yeah.
And right now we're in a forest. Is the forest above the hills or below?
Below.
We could just go for higher ground.
Smoke rises.
True, but it's not going to be as thick as the bottom.
Also want to crawl.
Also, if we are closer to the... Yes, crawling is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
If we get to a water source, the smoke won't be an issue.
True.
I think roll survival to try and see if there's like a pond or anything.
I would not go for a pond inside. If the fire's still raging, I'm not gonna... Right?
Yeah, Piddly Pond isn't gonna do jack.
Ain't gonna do nothing. The other issue is if it's a pretty dangerous fire, it could spread to the fort.
Well, we don't have the resources or the means to take care of a forest fire. The fire could be coming from the town itself.
True.
You did.
The
only indication of what the fire could be is from the smoke trails coming directly from the town.
Let's see. What do we have?
I think, actually the cliffs are a good idea.
So south and then go west? Like,
yeah,
south.
We'll go south and around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that takes you about another day of travel. Let's see. So yeah.
And then I can take watch the next time
Okay.
that Anshan or Ingir gets a rest.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Right, so you spend another day to go down south and then around. So you'll have to write off another ration to eat.
Good. Ration.
It's a good thing you killed spiders. You got lots of spider legs to crunch on.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Okay, so yeah, you take a detour to be safe. By the time you reach where the town supposedly is, you're up on like the hills, you're looking down. You did notice that the area close to the town is wet and mushy.
Wait, what?
The area around the town, like just like the ground, the dirt and all that, it's wet and
Mhm.
mushy, like muddy.
Weird.
Hmm. And
Can we see the trail of the forest fire?
the forest itself does not seem to be on fire. Just the smoke was going through it from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
town. Seems the
Okay.
fire itself actually got put out, but the town, as you're looking at overhead from the cliffs, it's just a big smoke cloud.
Oh, okay. Oh, where do I put out the fire?
Well, roll a
The
nature.
fire brigade?
Fire force.
We would have seen a storm come by. That would have been something else.
The fire brigade.
Yeah.
Quiet, you, fire brigade.
Or that anime where they're fighting actual fires as like combat.
Fucking love that fucking anime. It's so good.
Which anime is that?
I think it's just called
Fire Force.
Yeah, Fire Force.
Oh.
I showed you a song by them, and you actually enjoyed it.
There wasn't a storm, but the area of the town did get rain.
Okay.
Remember, you did, when you first noticed it, you were about, like, here, where you fought the spiders, right? You're going down this way, and then you realize it's too dangerous, so you went down south through the hills, right? So you went around, but the area of the town itself did have a rainfall.
Okay.
So the fire was put out naturally before it could spread, but the town, as you're looking from the hilltops, is completely gone.
So town is no more.
Yep.
What
Ground,
can't
like-
all burn to the ground?
You don't know how long it was burning, though. Or how, like, what caused it to burn. Could have been exploded. You would have to go down into the ruins and look around. It's mostly like, basically when you walk into it, it's like Silent Hill foggy. Like you can only see your immediate area, just barely, and everything ahead of you is just like clouded, so you're like, who's gonna pop out and be all freaky looking? So do you go into the ruins?
Go into the town.
Go into town. Alright, so as you go in there, roll survival.
Can you roll survival for me, please?
Okay. Oh, well, Finger gets it anyway. Okay, for dandy, nat 20s. You find some wood and stone structures, but they've been completely destroyed. They look burnt to almost nothing except like maybe some of the foundation. And the stone and the wood that's remaining, like the charred stuff, it is moist, like, well, soaked, but like gross moisture from like all the char and the soot. But it rained over the town. Roll perception as you're going through the town.
Am I rolling perception?
Roll perception, yeah. As you're going through the town.
Okay.
I'm not back at my desk yet.
Okay. I will have a roll for you. So you both pass. You hear someone coughing further into the town, just down the road. You can't see through all the smoke, but you do notice that someone is trying to fan the smoke a little, but to no avail.
They're trying to fan the smoke? Oh, they're okay.
Like they're trying to blow smoke away from their face, but it's not really working.
Gotcha. That makes more sense. I thought they were trying to fan the flames and make it.
Oh god, this was a mistake. I'm gonna make it worse.
Yeah, I thought they were trying to make shit catch fire again. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
No, plus everything's kind of soaked. But as you get closer, the coughing gets louder, and you start hearing words. Don't die, for the love of God, don't die, damn it! It sounds like someone is trying to prevent someone else from dying, and they are struggling.
I will pick up our adorable little peach child, and I will rush over there. Yeah.
So you run further towards the voice, and you do see someone trying to heal an old gnome couple laying on the ground. Person is male, long, pure white hair, though a little sooty and gross. They're slender built, but have little animal ears on top of their head. But they look mostly human. And I actually changed the music for this place. What's a good one for a burnt to the ground place? Country village, huh? Sure. Person looks at you. Travelers. Wait, please, help the others. I can't get to all of them at once. You notice just a couple feet from him is a young gnome woman. She's not breathing right now. Do you throw your do you throw your Pokeball to summon Momo?
Oh yeah, we're throwing Momo in.
Remember that scene in Bleach when Ichigo saves Rukia from being executed, and he just picks her up by the collar and just throws her towards Renji?
Yeah, I was thinking more when he throws Kon.
Well, I was thinking more Rukia, because the face she makes as she's being thrown, wait, what? But you throw at the little gnome person. Well, she's actually smaller than the gnome. But she begins casting Spare the Dying on everyone that she comes in contact with. There are several others in the area, too, that you start to see. A purple-haired goblin girl, a middle-aged dwarf man with a big braided beard, an old elf man with a big curved mustache, and a beautiful, slender high elf woman. They're all on the ground. You don't see injuries, but they might be on the verge of dying just from suffocation.
Okay.
Momo, actually, after you threw her and she heals the first one, Momo uses her feline agility, which allows her to double her movement without dashing. So you just see her like a pinball, just ting 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 ting, cast Spare the Dying cantrip.
Yeah.
But within a few seconds, you can see them breathing, but the problem is the smoke is making it hard for them to recover and continue breathing properly.
Right.
So something needs to be done about the smoke. Maybe if someone could cast large gusts of wind or strong enough flapping of wings to make enough wind.
I don't think well, I'll give it a shot.
I mean, it's an athletics check.
You know, what I was gonna do is I was gonna grab the two that were the lightest and I just fly them up over the smoke to let them breathe in a bit. But I like your plan, but it feels like there's not enough.
you can. A lot of them half of the people are like small or just light people.
Hmm.
So you could find them out, but
where's the... Wait.
you'd have to do them individually or like one or two at a time. So
Yeah. There's no buildings at all available.
no, they
right?
are destroyed. They are burnt down.
Okay.
Any buildings that have like any semblance of structure to it are filled with smoke. So
Wind is blowing that way. My wings wouldn't be strong. Well, maybe it could. They don't carry oxygen. That's the issue.
yeah, but you'd be
So-
you'd be creating a gust, essentially. You'd be doing the Pokemon attack. Gust.
Well, what I'll start doing is flapping my wings then.
Okay, roll athletics because you're trying to be forceful with it.
Yeah. Of course, we're gonna bring them all in the same location, so that it's
Yeah.
not a wide area I gotta
Oh yeah.
sweep.
You're just trying to like clear the smoke from the area, just so like there's some air to breathe. Okay. You actually
Nice.
beat what I had put there.
Ha.
You managed to blow enough of smoke away from the center of the town that you find yourselves in.
Yeah.
You keep doing that there for as long as your wings can go, and I mean there's still smoke, but like the immediate area has enough clearing that they're not breathing the smoke in directly, but it's still bad air to be breathing.
Yeah.
It's just easier. As the smoke begins clearing a bit more after like 10-15 minutes of just flapping your wings are gonna get some mad gains. The clearing reveals maybe 100 to 200 dead bodies everywhere.
So much for recruiting people.
Yeah, most of them seem to be villagers and just like common folk. You do see a few like guards next to them, and a few dead bodies of people who looked a little more shady with their equipment and outfits.
We are gonna investigate. Well, I'm gonna investigate once everybody's, not dying.
Yeah, Momo's managing to like all the bodies are like grouped together, and she's keeping them stable, but we do need to get them out here eventually.
Yeah.
But for the time being, Momo can stay and just keep them all stable.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Okay. I'm gonna start investigating things and looking at some of these shady bodies.
Roll investigation.
Whoa! Way too many! The first one, 13.
Yeah, 13, that's enough. So the bodies, the shady ones is the ones you're investigating?
Yeah, the
Alright.
shady ones.
They look human. They're wearing like leather, armor, scimitars, light crossbows. They do have a few salvageable pieces, but they don't look like town guards, and you do notice combat wounds on them, like cuts and stabs, and even some magic blasts.
Do I see any piece of garments or anything that is linking them together?
With that, you do actually find a guild symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, roll, it should be a history.
History.
Momo won't be able to help you because she's currently stabilizing, but Dandy can try if she wants.
Ooh, what you got there? Poke. Damn it. Something pretty.
Let's see, since I never set a DC for it. Yeah, no, you have no idea, but it's just on the shady-looking people. They seem to be part of a group.
Yeah.
But you don't know what
that's
the
all
group...
I was looking for.
Yeah, you don't know
Dark
exactly
Brotherhood.
May very well be. You do know that they are separate from the town, and due to the combat wounds, I mean, it's simple enough to put two and two together. They attacked the town, most likely.
As to why, we have no idea.
Yeah, everyone's dead or unconscious. You can take, like, they have a few salvageable pieces of equipment if you want to take it. These are bad people, clearly.
Yeah, I'll gather them up, but I'm not going to carry them. I'm going to put them in a stockpile near all the wounded people.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to start gathering items and things that are salvageable, and then just kind of things like that.
Alright, so as you're picking through them, let's see, you find one usable scimitar. You find 2 usable light crossbows. You find 2 usable leather armors, built for medium-sized creatures, by the way. And, hold on, I'm going to need a few of this, because they do have some crossbow bolts. You could pile together. Yeah, it's not a whole lot. Amongst all the bodies, you find 3, 6, 8. You find 9 remaining crossbow bolts.
Okay.
That's all they had left on them.
Oh, good. That's just the shady people?
That's just the shady people.
Alright. Sounds good. I'll investigate the rest of the town. I'm gonna be looking for a cart.
Okay, roll investigation for that, because it's a specific thing you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might manage to find it's a bit, like, beat up from, like, the fires, probably, but, it's still usable.
Okay. Alright, so we got a cart as well. Alright, cart, shady people we checked. Verdandi, would you like to help me investigate some of the guards? See if they have anything? Any dog tags or any armor that they can give us?
Mr. Brigade.
Yeah,
Sure
the
I can.
guards are wearing, like, chainmail, they had shields, and, they had longswords.
Perfect.
Yep.
Any dog tags know who they were or no?
No dog tags or anything like that,
Mhm.
but, they do have a symbol on their armor.
Yeah, we'll be taking all the armor, it's fine. How about helmets?
Helmets, they're not wearing helmets.
Okay.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah. And they seem to have died from injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we get off of them?
There was a firefight!
Oh,
Get it? Because there was a fight and there was a fire. And Boondock Saints.
oh god.
So let's see, out of the guards, hold on. You find one suit of chainmail that's still, like, usable.
Mhm.
Probably sell it.
I'm not selling it.
One remaining longsword that didn't get destroyed. And you find 3 shields.
Okay. One chainmail, one longsword, and 3 shields.
Yeah. Remember,
Okay.
you don't have armory to requisition stuff, and since the town's burned down, you'd probably want surplus supplies just to have in case your weapons break.
Yup. I've got things figured out so far. So we got that. We got that. I'm gonna start collecting bodies and making a mass grave or whatever.
Okay. Are you burying them inside the town or outside the town?
On the edge of the town.
Oh, okay.
Not in the rubble.
Towards the hills or towards the forest?
Hills.
Hills? Oh, okay, so it won't be so hard because you're digging holes to put them in, right? The graves.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be physical labor. Roll athletics to dig a whole bunch of holes.
Oh, up.
Nice.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, you are the shovelers. Yeah, no, with no real issue,
Grave
you
diggers.
managed to dig some holes. Yeah, you dig some graves and then put things in it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you give the town's guard and the shady people a hole to go in, but there's like 100 to 200 more people, so.
Oh, I didn't give a shit about the shady people. It was just the guards.
Oh, just the guards? Okay.
It was the guards and whatever townspeople I could find that were kind of
Oh yeah.
hole.
You managed to dig like several dozen holes each of you. Still not
Mhm.
enough for the whole town, but you
Well,
dig a
yeah.
lot, and fairly short, like a couple hours.
Mhm.
Yeah, after a few hours, Momo and the white-haired man healed the surviving villagers. Out of the 1 to 200 people, only 7 people survived.
Out of how many?
There
Like a
was
thousand?
somewhere around 1 to 200 people in this town, and only 7 of those
Oh.
people survived.
Okay, not as bad as I thought.
There's survivors. The town structure itself is completely destroyed. This area isn't even livable anymore. You do notice a stage, like a stage for
Yeah.
say the mayor or something to speak out to the town or something like that.
Festival square.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the town square doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
On the stage, you do notice something as you walk by it. You see an old dwarf man with like a silver lightning bolt-shaped beard. He's impaled on a longsword that's propped up against one of the wooden beams.
Oh God.
Yeah, somebody
I'm
got
gonna
executed.
take him down and add that longsword to the pile, and then kind of investigate this dude.
The longsword is actually silver.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a silvered
silver
longsword.
longsword. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One silvered long sword. Okay.
Since you found a cart, if you want, you can move the survivors out of the town, just like away from the smoke and all that, near the hills.
Yeah.
So they can breathe proper air.
Yeah, we'll transport them to safety while we're investigating.
Yep. So you get them all out. After you've cleared away, searched the bodies, got the survivors to safety. The man comes up to you, the white-haired man. Thank you. He looks really his skin is all sooty, his hair is all messy. Sorry if I seemed a bit impatient to talk. I was barely able to keep those few people from crossing over to the next life.
I put my hand up. Priorities.
Yes. My name is Izanagi, by the way. May I ask yours?
I'm going to do a quick little salute and be like, Inger, private, squad leader.
Are you with the fort?
Yes, we were with Fort Drake. We were sent to, well, take a look at Salt Stone and recruit.
Well, that might not be something you could do right now. As he just looks back to the town. I was on my way to the airport actually with my companion until we saw the smoke in the distance. When we got here, the town was already lost, but I tried to save as many people as I could. Got them out of buildings, brought them out to the town square, but the fire at the time was too big, and I couldn't get them all out of the town, or out of the houses. But then it just started raining out of the blue.
Interesting.
With the threat of the fire gun, I was able to start healing them, but the smoke kept making it impossible to do that. I sent my companion to go see if he can get some help outside of town, maybe some water sources, as these people probably need it. Though I haven't heard back from him in quite some time. Did you see anyone outside of town when you were coming here?
We cannot see nothing but smoke.
No, that's fair. I know he's a capable person, but with the war, the town in its current state, I fear he might have run into trouble. His name is Breach, cowboy-looking guy. A little strange at first, and still strange even when you get to know him. This might be asking a bit too much, but would you be willing to find my companion? If he is in trouble, then it may be by whoever caused this tragedy. I'm not entirely certain which direction he went in, as I can't see anything. But the rain made the ground soft and mushy, so you may find his footprints somewhere. If that's asking
Sounds
too
good.
much, don't concern yourself with it.
Let me talk to my companions and we'll see what we say. For that, I'll come.
You see Momo kind of just like face first on the ground, like tired. He keeping people stable for like several hours, like.
I'm gonna give her a scratch on the head and say good job. And then I'm gonna go to Verdandi and see what she's doing. What you doing there, Verdandi?
I think Verdandi is just like continuing great. Right.
Just keep grave digging.
Yep.
Yeah. Momo's
I'm
just
gonna
trying to catch her breath, so.
Yeah.
But she's
I'm
here.
gonna.
She's listening.
Sounds good. I'm gonna be like, you gonna dig a grave for the whole town? What you doing? Verdandi.
I know. I got it.
Oh. What?
Well, how many graves have we dug?
You've dug like several dozen each.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic.
Don't make me dig a grave for you. I'll do it.
Oh, threatening.
I'll make you dig your own grave. How about
Threatening a
that?
superior officer. Okay.
I just go. We're all digging our own graves. Get off me. Anyways, I'm gonna get you to stop digging, Miss Valkyrie.
Sure.
Anyways, the man over there, the white-haired man, his name is Izanagi, and apparently he needs us to go look for his companion who went in search of help. Do you think we got time for that, or should we just take the wounded and supplies back to the fort?
Well, do you know which direction he went in? Like, did he
Sure
go to?
don't. We have no idea where he is. We'd have to investigate and find his track first. We can always come back and look for him after. It would take longer, but
Well,
one man over 7.
Where's the next town? He could have gone there for help.
The
True.
next town is a city further to the south. It's several days, though.
Who knows? Maybe the guy was actually we just passed him by when we were coming to the town, and he's already at the fort.
Yeah, if the fort is the closest.
I don't see why he would go anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, Izanagi mentioned that since he has no idea where he went, you would have to find his tracks to determine the direction. That would be as clear. As long as it's not your footprints, it's possibly his.
I don't know. I'm not sure we could distinguish one person's footprints to 200 others.
Yeah.
Especially those, like, trying to leave the town.
Yeah, trying to flee or...
But you did, he did mention that it did rain and the ground's mushy, and that was only just recent, so the only footprints mushy in the mud would be his. Because everyone else's footprints would have been already set in the ground.
Well, didn't he leave when it was still on fire?
No, well, at first, he did leave, right? But it started raining out of the blue, so he might have left footprints still.
Yeah.
It would be hard to find, yes, but it's the only possible way to determine which direction he went in.
Nah, I'll just go. I'm gonna be like, are you guys alright with coming back after we've secured these civilians?
Momo actually points out, we should let them rest and recover. Moving them right now might be dangerous for their health. They were on the brink of death, so they shouldn't be moving anywhere, even on a cart.
Are they stable at the moment?
They are stable, but they are in very rough shape from just being on the brink of death for so long. And these are just commoners. They're not like soldiers or fighters or anything like that. These are commoners, like the weakest thing. And they're all unconscious still, so Momo, as the team medic, suggests giving them time to recover before moving them, just so there's no complications with their physical state along the way. So remember, if you are going back to the fort, remember the smoke was going through the forest.
The issue being, though, we would have to survive how long until the smoke dissipates or they're actually able to move? We don't have the supplies to keep 7 people fed.
It's true. Momo is just giving her medical opinion on their state of health and travel.
Well, the 3 of us could travel back to the fort, see if that person is there, maybe get more supplies, like more rations or more medical supplies, bring it back to the town, and
it's against military protocol to leave an asset unsupervised. So one of us would have to stay with these people, while the other 2 went back to the fort, or 2 stayed and 1 went back to the fort.
Well, maybe Momo should stay to help look after everyone. Rest and...
But then you'd be out of a healer if something happened along the way.
And that's the issues with having a small squad.
Yep. Should bring that up with the commanders. Our squad's too small to split into teams for more complex missions. Could we get more reinforcements?
Who's the fastest of us?
That would actually be Momo with her feline agility. She can move faster than all of you. Okay, she can double her movement without dashing and then dash. She can go at let's see, so that'd be 80 and then a dash. She can dash at 160 speed.
She needs to rest first, though.
Yeah, she's
how far is the fort?
The fort, it's about, if you're going straight there, a day and a half to 2 days, depending on if anything gets, you took a detour, but if you're going straight past there through the smoke, it's about a day and a half to 2 days.
I mean, I can just fly over the smoke, and
yeah,
I can find a place.
But you would have to stop at some point to land and rest.
Yeah.
Because it'd be more dangerous, I think, if you got exhausted up in the sky, passed out and fell.
If anything, I'd fly up, go north, and then
fly
west.
Around.
Yeah.
And then that might, since you're taking a detour, that'll take a bit longer then.
It would be safer than having somebody run through the smoke.
Yeah, you have a lot of things to consider, but all of them seem dangerous.
Falling thing wouldn't be too big an issue. It would just take longer.
Yeah. Izanagi actually points out, I am a healer. I can keep them stable, and I have provisions to keep them fed. Although I do need a water source to, they need hydration.
Of course.
And Jen said that we can't leave. That one of us has to stay.
Yeah, one of us has to stay. It would be very unwise for any military person to leave civilians unattended.
Yeah.
Even if they are capable of taking care of themselves. A civilian should never have to pick up a soldier's weapon. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
but what are a lot of Japanese weapons? Farmer's tool.
fair point.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a civilian should never have to do a soldier's job. How
Yeah.
about that?
Sure, there we go.
Momo actually points out, I mean, if you want, I could stay here. If he has provisions, I can just use that to keep them, keep them strong, help them get their strength back. So I'll stay and watch. He could go with you if you want him to go with you for just information to get to the fort, or if you want to track down that companion, he might also have something valuable.
Well,
It's up to
we don't
you.
know if it's useful at all, even. I'm gonna take everything we have, with issues and the time frame. Um,
I mean, if you wanted to, since you're out of the smoke up in the hills, you could just like stay here, let the people rest for a day, get wake up, get some strength back,
Allow
and
for the
then
smoke to
travel.
dissipate.
Yeah, let smoke dissipate a bit, and then travel because you do have a cart.
Right.
Essentially, just rest for a day, let the civilians. There's only 7 of them, so, and they're mostly small races, so you can fit them all in a cart. Takes longer, but it's safer for 7 civilians that almost died.
Yeah, we can handle that ration-wise then. Thing is, though, are we sure that the smoke's even going to dissipate in,
Well, the
what,
wind.
24 hours?
Well, not completely, but you do know that the smoke is moving, so at the very least, it's moving away from the town a bit.
Hmm.
If there was like a stronger wind to like blow all the smoke away, that'd be better. But you have no control of the weather, unless you were a druid, Mirrodin.
Druid can't. Mirrodin doesn't have control weather.
No, but oh wait, no. I'm thinking of druid craft. It's you can tell the weather. The higher level spell, I believe, is to actually control the weather.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
Yeah.
So Mirrodin would be useless here.
I mean, he'd be able to tell the weather. It's a cantrip.
All right. Here's the plan. Momo and Whitehair, Izanagi are gonna take care of the wounded. Then we're gonna have Verdandi go hunting for provisions and scouting the area to make sure that we don't get attacked.
Okay. Should I also look for that truck?
Oh, you're very robotic. I was gonna say I'll look for the companion.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
If
gotta
okay.
split up
Yeah,
and do different jobs.
yeah, I'll look for the companion.
Alright, so that's
Alright.
both of you would have to do survivals.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. So Verdandi, you're finding food. You do manage to you had to go out a bit just to find it because town on fire, any wildlife would have scattered. But yeah, you go out to like the next area. You do find some small game, not a whole lot, but you manage to catch like I'll just roll. You find 1 rabbit.
Hmm.
Well, damn. All right.
Better
Yep.
than no rabbits.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, if you find some vegetables or have some vegetables, and chop up the rabbit meat and some potatoes, make like a small stew or something to feed a bunch of people.
Yeah, I could feed the injured villagers that way, and then just eat a ration.
And Izanagi himself said that he has plenty of like provisions with him to keep them fed. It's just water. He doesn't have enough water for everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Kind of what I meant by
There's the
water source.
Water.
the ocean.
It wouldn't be smart to drink from that, but there's no other water sources here. Well, we'd have to go north. But those are like lakes.
Yeah.
Well, what did I find?
Actually, hold on. Momo points out she's got her breath back. Probably should have mentioned this beforehand. I could do this.
Perfect.
Yeah, she can just create water.
Well,
10 gallons of clean water.
well, shit.
Yeah. Also, yeah, she can do it as a rain.
Oh, that's cool.
Uh-huh.
Hey now. Why didn't she use that before to destroy fog in 30-foot cube radius or range?
That's why she mentions, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I can just do this. She forgot that she can do this.
Well
then.
So it takes her spell slots because it's not ritual cast, but while you're out doing that, she could just start destroying sections of smoke in the town just to start clearing it more.
that would be extremely helpful.
Very.
Yeah, so while you're out doing other things, she's going to be doing that. It still might take her a while. It's a full town. But, okay, what did you roll? A 15? Yep. And you're looking for the dude?
Yep.
You do actually find some footprints going due west.
Yonder.
Yeah, and they are solo tracks. There's no other ones.
Well, I'll come back to the group. Mention that I found the trail.
Yeah, as you come back, you see Momo Jesusing the fucking smoke. Oh, hey, Inger. She's just making the fucking smoke go away completely.
I'm looking at her, and I'm just like, oh, Peach Child. It's a good thing you're adorable.
Sorry. She just she just lowers her head and apologizes because she forgot that she can do this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
AKA,
sigh.
I forgot she
I'll just sigh and be like, that's okay.
Yeah, so she is out of spell slots though. Yeah, she had
Okay.
blast them all. It's only a 30-foot cube each time, so.
Yeah.
But a nice chunk of the town is like visible and not smoked.
Cool.
So what did you find, Captain?
So cool.
Captain? I'm not there yet. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, squad captain or squad leader, whichever you prefer. She calls you captain.
One day, Peach Child. Anyways,
One day, maybe you'll call me by my name.
Oh, no.
But we are.
That's not how this one. You have a nickname in the military, and it sticks.
Okay, Captain.
Exactly. With that, I say I found the trail. I found Breacher's trail or Breach's trail. Breach. Yeah, found his trail.
So what do you want to do?
Well, he's going due west, and that's the opposite direction. You need to rest up. That gives him more time to get away from us.
And one of us, if you guys are going out there, one of us does have to stay here, so
Yeah.
I would be better suited for keeping their well-being in check.
Yeah. I'll look at Izanagi and be like, you said you were a healer?
Yes, and a bit of a martial artist.
I'm gonna put my hand out and be like, "Want to earn some money? I'm technically here to recruit."
Uh, he starts laughing. Oh, honking their horn. Someone's car alarm just went off. uh, he laughs when he mentions making money. He's like, I have quite a bit of money. I don't need payment. I did this because
I look at the town, and I look back at him, and I'm like, "I'd be giving you the fort's money, not mine."
I know, and I appreciate the offer, but I chose to help these people because they needed help. There was no reward offered, and I would never take a reward for helping people on the verge of death.
I sigh, and I don't like it. I don't like the fact that it's a whole military thing. So I'm gonna be like, "Listen." I take out one of my gold coins, and I put it in his palm, and I'm like, "You've just been hired as a mercenary. Welcome aboard, soldier."
He places the gold coin back in your hand and pulls out his coin pouch.
I'm not gonna take him.
No, he's not paying
No, unless
you.
he takes the coin.
He's showing you why he doesn't need to be paid.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
coin pouch, fairly large sack of money. He opens it up, and there's about 500 platinum in there.
I'm gonna look at it, and then I'm gonna look back at him, and I'm gonna be like, this isn't negotiation. You take this gold coin, or you're gonna watch me and Verdani walk off alone."
He takes the gold coin, but only so he can help you.
Good.
Because you're not going to let him help any other way.
And it's purely because of the whole.
I know. You have your protocols.
Yeah.
You were told to hire people to help.
Well, that said, let's go.
All right. So you have a healer monk helping you now instead of a cleric.
Cool.
All right.
Good.
So he can punch you and heal you at the same time.
Perfect.
Not in that order. You mean punch the enemies. Okay. So you're gonna take him to go search for Breachy Boy.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, tracks. Finding my spot here. So you head west of town. Momo stays here. When she recovers, she can just create use one spell to create water for the people, and use the rest of it to destroy more smoke. So she'll be working on keeping them healthy and clearing the town. She's gonna be busy.
Yeah, I figured.
Burning through her spells all day. All right, so you begin traveling closer to the hills and mountains there off to the west. Begins to go to towards a small mountain range rather than hills. The hills were to the south, the smaller ones. A couple hours go by. Roll perception as you walk. I'm gonna change the music. Perception 18. All right. As you walk by, you notice some bullet casings, specifically for a rifle, on the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll take the bullet casings.
Izanagi actually points out. Oh wait, no, he fell. That means he ran into trouble, like I thought. That's the companion uses a rifle.
Huh.
I'm just trying to think. What could be out here though that he'd be fighting? Besides animals, but I don't see any corpses.
Can I investigate the area to see what footprints, tracks, markings on trees?
Roll survival for tracking stuff. You do see footprints, and then you see a large group of bigger footprints. They're humanoid in shape and design, but they're like big.
Okay.
Like, not large creature big, but like big person type of big. Like they got big feet. And
Gotcha.
seems they were going in the same direction.
Same direction.
Yeah, further west.
Either he's getting chased or he's doing the chasing.
By
Can I?
By the looks of it, he is doing the chasing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he found the culprit.
Possibly.
Well, onward ho!
So you continue on for another few hours. As you're traveling, you notice the ground becomes more outside of like forested area and towards more rocky plains, rocky terrain, and you start seeing like the mountains in the distance. Roll another perception as you're walking. Okay. You hear very far off in the distance the loud crack of a gun firing. Multiple gunshots, in fact. It's still a bit of a trek, but there is some action further up ahead.
Got it.
Someone's apparently talking about you, and you sneeze.
Yes.
You can choose to run now that you hear gunfire.
Yeah, I'll run.
Yeah, it'd be an athletics check or take exhaustion.
Never mind, I'm not gonna. Well, yeah, I'd run.
Because it is. Oh yeah, so. Oh yeah, no, you're good. It's just because it's rougher terrain now instead of like forested and more flats. You're going to like rocky terrain now.
That would just slow us down, not give us exhaustion.
No, I mean it's for the running part because you're running through rough terrain rather than just walking through it. Walking through it, yeah, it'll slow you down. Running through it allows you to move at normal speed, but because it's rough terrain, you're running through it. I had that there, so you don't like injure yourself from running.
Okay.
Or get exhausted. I gotta find this other guy's sheet. Where did I put him? Here he is. There we go. Okay, and since Momo's not being used right now, I'll get rid of her sheet. Alright. An hour or less, if you ran, goes by and you come to a large overlook of the hilly region. There's some large hills, mounds of dirt, caves, rock formations, lots of potential places for things to hide in and around. Roll perception with advantage because you're overlooking the whole area.
Okay. What was it again?
Perception with advantage. Because you got a good bird's eye view over everything. So 18. Yeah. You don't see anyone, but you do hear the gunshots again. They're close, and you can tell by like the sound where generally what direction they're in. You try to stealth your way in and get the jump on whatever the situation be, or just charge in towards the gunshots like a man.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. Well, how are you feeling there, Verdandy? Stealth
Am I
or?
like with you, or like I thought we were separate?
I'd imagine you.
No, weird. Yeah.
I went with
So you went with me.
Okay.
Yeah, because while I was finding the track or tracking the guy, finding the trail, you were hunting and collecting water and whatever. And then when I came back, I told you all about that, and then we decided to go and look for him with the Whitebeard Izanagi guy.
With Whitebeard, so he should be good. He can cause earthquakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Were you meaning to stay back? Because I mean.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm glad I went with you.
Okay.
Okay. Ow. Okay.
So you can choose to stealth or just rush in.
Yeah, I want to try stealth.
Okay.
Stealth? Okay.
You
Oh my
are
God.
wearing heavy armor, so you have disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's better than rushing in because, like, if someone's firing, then and we suddenly burst in, we're gonna be fired at next.
Yep.
True.
15 and 10. Oh yeah, even with your clunky armor, the gunfire kind of masks the sound of your armor as it clanks as you run.
Mhm.
So as you get closer to the gunfight, you do notice a human man with a brown duster coat. He's wielding a large revolver rifle with a thick barrel. And you can roll a perception real quick as he's like firing at something. You can see what he's shooting at.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah, you both see you see several dead orc bodies in the field ahead of them. They look like raider orcs. But you also see that there's still some more in like the in the hills and behind trees
Yeah.
and behind rocks. The human, he sees you guys and pauses for a second, and then he goes back to shooting. He probably knows that you're not orcs.
Don't
Wait,
say.
how did he see it?
You're right
Yeah.
next to him. You ran up to him. You saw a
Oh,
human
okay.
man as you approached. He sees you, then he goes back to shooting. Yeah, he noticed that you're not orcs, therefore probably not trying to kill him, considering you didn't attack him. But he looks like he used some help fighting the remaining orcs. He saw about, with that nat 20, he saw about 9 orcs still that he's firing at, and he's alone.
Oh, well, yeah, let's help the guy out.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta adjust the map. Because Momo's not with you.
Can I signal to Ingir, like, he go that way and I go the other way? So, like, we're kind of not getting in, like, the line of fire with this guy. And, like, we kind of go one, like, either side of, like, all these orcs.
Yeah. We'll surround him.
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a second here. Okay, let's get the character sheets for the orcs. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Okay, and I will beep you into their battle. So you see several dead ones up there, but you see a whole bunch more still. And roll for initiative if you're going to join the fight.
I don't know. Where's my token? Oh, they're
Cool.
well done.
Not that one. There we go. Yeah, I gotta roll for all these orcs. Yay. That's all of them. Hey. Still checking to make sure I got all the orcs in the battle. That one, that one, that one. Okay. And yeah, in gear first.
I'll leave the ground troops to Verdandi, and I'll fly over to the sledge.
Okay.
So I will fly up 15 feet. Or how high is this? Anyway.
That one there is a bit taller. It's like close to between 10 and 15 feet tall.
Alright, well, I'll just fly up 15 feet, so 15 and 15. So I'll just try and get right on this edge here.
Okay.
There.
It floofs over.
Yep.
Okay, and you got, yeah, you see quite a few orcs over in the clearing there.
Yeah. Did they notice me? I guess they would if they're trying to run away.
I mean, if you fly up in the air, they'll probably notice you then.
Yeah. Alright, what is my range on my bow? That's 60, I believe, eh?
Longbow is 150.
Oh yeah, 150 to 600. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Well, I guess I'm just gonna start pinging at this guy here with my longbow.
Okay.
Pew!
16. That hits, definitely. And yeah, you do like a sizable fucking chunk of damage to him.
Huzzah!
Yeah, he just gets hit real hard and he starts yelling in Orcish.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. Breach's turn. Alright. Seeing you shoot that one, he pulls out his revolver rifle and he is going to take a shot at him. Alright. Actually, he's going to use his bonus action first, too. Okay. And he's going to take a shot. Pew.
Pew.
Yep. See that. Yeah, and he finishes him off. It's one down. And then that's the one that was coming up next. Alright, this guy, he's gonna run up here. He doesn't have any weapons to be able to reach you. That guy, he's gonna get on over here. Can he reach you? Oh, he can. Yep. Yellow one over there is gonna throw a javelin at you in gear.
Sounds good.
Does a 23 hit you?
Holy fuck, yep.
You take 5 piercing.
Got it.
Yeah. They only have one attack. Actually, to be perfectly honest, these probably will be easier than the spiders, because they don't do, like, 2d6 extra poison damage.
Right.
Fucking spiders, why do they choose that first? Get up to there. Reach you? No, you're all out of his range, so you can't do anything. Alright, this guy's gonna... try to make his way across his dead companions. Doesn't notice him behind the rock. Yeah, you're out of range. Alright, he's a Nagi's turn. He is actually going to run up here? You're just at the ledge, right? Just above ground a bit?
No, I'm at the very top of it.
At the top of it? So you're at, like, the... Are you within hand's reach of him if he was up there next to you?
Wait, what? Because I'm at the top of that cliff.
Oh, okay. So if he were to, like, touch you, he would be able to reach you?
Well, is he on the cliff?
Yeah, he just ran
You
up the
said
ledge.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, he can reach me. We're both on the same level.
Okay. No, I just wanted to know if you were, like, higher up in the air is all.
Oh, no, I couldn't. I don't
okay.
have the total speed for that.
He sees where the javelin hits, and he heals you for that 5 hit points you lost.
Okay. 2, 5. Cool.
Okay, and he's just gonna stay there. He just goes up, touches you. Your boo-boo is gone. Verdandi, it's your turn.
Yay. Okay. This guy's alive, right?
Yes. The ones that don't have X's are alive.
I'm gonna move up here, and I'm gonna throw my javelin at him.
Yep. Javelin.
Javelin. Whoops, sorry, I pressed that twice. It's taking so fucking long, oh my goodness.
Yeah, Roll20 is being...
That's because everyone's using it now.
Yeah, everybody's just on it.
There we go. Yeah,
so
sorry.
22 is the 11 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
You hit him real fucking hard. You did max damage on that javelin.
Sweet.
Yeah, you did a size. You fucking threw that javelin. It went through the shoulder completely.
Through a shoulder?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like get a full torso hit on?
You did a nice chunk of damage, but he's still good to go.
Alright.
Yeah. However, he might have trouble moving that side of his body. Okay, and he's gonna move. He's not in range, is he? No. He's just gonna dash. Grabs it there. And Inger, it's your turn.
Okie dokie. Quite surprising that these guys are turning to fight now that there's more people.
I mean, they still have you outnumbered.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they were running away though.
I mean, you could go up and ask one of them.
I could try with my charisma, but I don't think that would work out very well. Especially not for them.
I'm gonna start flying. I'm gonna fly here. Nah, I'll just wait here. Yeah, I'll wait on my little cliff edge here and I'll start shooting at this guy.
Ergadurga. Let the shoot thing begin.
Pew. Ooh.
Well, so 8. That does not hit.
Figures. What can I do? Nothing with that. Nothing with that. Okay, that will be my turn.
Okay. boy's turn. Okay, he's going to shoot at who's the closest. He's going to shoot at orange. And orange gets his head blown off.
Pew.
Okay, and that's his turn. Alright, these guys here are gonna start dashing on through the bodies. Well, he's gonna come as close as he can. And he's gonna throw javelin up at you.
Yeah, I'm not flying. I recalled that. I'm still on my little cliff
okay.
here.
Well, he still has to use a javelin because he's out of melee
Mhm.
range. Does a 19 hit?
Yep.
Alright, 5 piercing.
Do 5.
Okay, that's
3, 4, 5.
Okay, he's gonna come up to about here, and he's gonna throw a javelin at Verdandi. Does a 23 hit you?
Yes.
Alright, you take 4 piercing.
Man.
Okay. Oh, you're in range. Alright. They're getting closer and throwing more javelins. Does a 21 hit you? Also, don't you have shield
Yep.
now? The spell?
I
Yep.
saw my shield, yeah.
No, I'm talking about
No,
Ingrid.
I have a spell shield.
Oh.
I'm saving it.
Okay. So 21 hit you. So
Yep.
9 piercing.
9. Holy fuck. Yeah, no, I'm out. Never mind.
Seriously?
Yep.
Fuck.
He's nice. He sees you get hit hard now. It's a good thing I came along. He heals you for 14 hit points.
Good.
Let's see. So 14 off his thing. So math. Yes. Okay. That's his turn. So you're back up to full.
Yep.
It's not showing up on my side unless Roll20 is just being slow.
Probably just being slow.
There you go. Slow ass computer. Okay, Verdandi, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna throw another javelin at the orc closest.
Okay.
I better fucking kill him with that. Yes.
Holy fuck.
You nat 20'd him, but he didn't do a whole lot of damage. But,
Damn.
you put the fear of the javelin into this boy.
Still haven't killed him.
Well, he only did 8 damage.
Yeah. Plus another 11 before.
That was to a different orc.
No, that was to the. Oh, did this start? Like, how did this
It was
start?
the orange one you hit for 11 last time. The one that died.
Yeah, this guy's picking off all of the ones we hit.
The one you
okay.
hit, he picked them off afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm less outraged.
Okay, and that's your turn.
Okay, that's the end of my turn, yes.
Yeah. And this guy's gonna come on. Come on down. He's gonna start throwing javelins like 7. Does a 7 hit you?
Nope.
No.
Okay. And this guy's gonna come on over. Oh yeah, he's in range. Verdandi, he's throwing a javelin at you. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Okay. Just pings off your armor.
Bat it away.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Ingir.
Okay. Do still not close enough. So I'll shoot a javelin javelin.
You load a javelin into your bow. It's like, take this, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, I'll just. Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see, there's no one really in range. Unfortunately, with that bad severity, your bowstring snaps.
Snapped.
Yep.
Figured. All good. I kind of had that inkling.
It was bound to happen. You had a couple of nat ones there last session on it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that'll be my turn.
Alright. Breach's turn. And who is dying today? Red Blue's gonna die, I think, if he can hit. He hits. Let's see, does that do enough? Oh, it does not. It only does only does 12. Yeah, he gets hit by a javelin, then he gets shot, and he's like bleeding out, but he's still standing. Okay, this guy's gonna come over to you, and he is gonna start swinging his great axe at you. Yeah! Does a 10 hit?
Nope.
Alright. Why does a javelin seem to always hit more often? Alright, so this guy's turn. You're on the ground, you said, right?
Yeah.
Alright. He's gonna come up and swing his great axe. 7.
Doesn't hit.
Alright, this guy's gonna come up as well, and he's bleeding out pretty bad, but he's swinging his great axe at you, Verdandi. 9.
Nope.
Okay. Alright, this guy's gonna come on down. He's gonna throw a javelin at Izanagi. And that hits him. Actually, no. I forgot. He's a monk. Let's see here. And yeah, he does have it. He is going to deflect missiles. That is a D10, I believe. Yep. So that is not very good. That plus... Oh, he manages to knock out just enough of it. Alright, and now he has a javelin. Haha, got your javelin. The orc just starts yelling at him in Orcish. I don't think they like it when we take their things. Also, he's gonna punch this guy here in front of you. And, well, actually, he's gonna take out his short sword and stab him. Short sword! That doesn't hit. And then he's gonna try to kick him in the balls. That hits. You see this orc just get square kicked right into the balls. Okay, Verdandi, it's your turn.
Cool. How are these two orcs looking?
The red-blue one looks like he's about to die. The blue one, the regular blue, he looks fine.
Well, on the red-blue one, I'm just gonna hit him.
You're gonna ask him a question?
Oh, I'm gonna do more than just axe him.
You're gonna axe him in twain.
Oh, I'm gonna
Now
slice him right from half.
Yeah, now he's Twain the Rock Johnson.
Twain a dead John.
And that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay, and this boy's gonna come on up, and he's gonna try attacking Izernagi. Does not hit him. Okay. And this guy's gonna come on down. He's gonna attack you, Verdandy. They're pulling out their great axes now. Does an 8 hit? I'm guessing not.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Ingir, it's your turn.
I'm going to.
You notice that they've all, at the ground level, they're all starting to cluster together a bit.
Gotcha. I'm going to take out my katana, and I'm going to use my first cantrip. Green Flame Blade. Oh, of course it didn't go through. Whatever. But it just requires a melee attack, if anything.
Yep. I know the effect of it.
Oh, sweet Jesus, that's so nice.
Well, you killed the yellow guy you were fighting, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's dead.
Cool. And then the other guy takes a 1d8.
Nope, that's not till higher level. He just takes your spellcasting modifier as damage.
Right, which would be 4.
Yeah, so he just takes 4 fire. So he just looks over, screams, and then bursts into flames.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Epic.
Yeah. You are approaching me, I see.
I was like, oh no, he's on fire. Oh god, I'm on fire.
As a show of dominance, I'm going to move up and then kick his body off the cliff.
Long live the king.
Yeah. However, I left his body as now falling down the cliff.
Hold on, I'm just gonna do this. Oop. No, it's not what I wanted.
Oh god. I'm looking down at him.
Yes, you are. I wanted to do that, where he fell down.
Okay.
Okay, and that's your turn.
And that will be my turn.
The purple guy is kind of afraid of you now. Killed him and burned him at the same time. Breach saw that. Yeah, kick him in the dick. He's going to barrel roll out this way and take a shot at Red Orc. Oh, he has multi-attack. What the fuck have I been doing?
Good question.
Yep.
Alright, so the first one just barely hits. Jesus Christ, he could have been killing these guys, which he technically was. So first hit does a lot, and then the second hit. Alright, so he's going to do a second shot. And he misses. But yeah, that guy got shot pretty hard. For goddamn multi-attack, my god. Okay, alright, Blue is going to take his great axe and swing at you, Verdandy. 17.
Nope.
Barely misses. Okay, and that guy's dead. That guy's also dead. And this guy is gonna come on down. And he's gonna attack the fancy looking guy. With an 8. Never mind. Okay. Izanagi is going to stab this guy. In front of him. Hopefully. Yeah, that hits. And I follow an arm strike. does 15. This guy is holding his ball sack right now. Your turn, Verdandi.
Cool. Where did a red come from? Alright, well, I'm gonna attack. Wait, how is your red look?
What was that?
How do, what do red and blue look like?
How are they looking?
Blue is at full health. Red is bleeding pretty bad. Also, I think I accidentally erased the initiative of red-green over there. Yeah, I did.
Well, I'm going to use
Actually,
my battle axe with
what
divine
I did is I
smite.
put 2 people in as the same initiatives, I think.
Oh.
No, I actually just straight up erased them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see any of them. Or see the one.
Yeah, I know. Oh, shit. Going to re-add him into the initiative. Hold on. Maybe I just didn't add him the first time, didn't realize. No, because he moved. Alright, so he's down there. And he would be... There we go. So yeah, your turn. Bandy?
I'm going to use my battle axe with divine smite
On which guy?
on blue.
Okay. Remember, that uses a spell slot.
Yerp. Stab. Stab.
So 12, yeah, and then roll divine smite. So, and he's dead.
Oh shit.
So 12 plus 11. Dear God.
That's pretty crazy. 23 damage at level 2 is pretty fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
And that's your turn, I'm guessing? Let's see, where is Blue's initiative? There he is. It's the correct one this time. Okay, and that's your turn, right?
That's my turn.
Okay. And now it's this guy's turn. I was like, hey, you guys forgot about me. He's gonna run up and throw a javelin at you. 12. He misses. You forgot all about me.
Oh no.
Alright, purple's gonna attack you, Ingear. 11 with a great axe.
That doesn't hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Red's gonna attack you, Verdandi, for killing his friend with god powers.
Bring it.
7.
Nope.
They can't hit for shit now. Alright.
In all of my god powers.
As you guys are distracted, killing off those guys, another guy appears up on the ledge behind you and throws a javelin at Breach. And Breach gets hit with a javelin. Ah, son of a dickbag! Looks around, and he has a javelin wiggling around in his back. Ah, fuck me. Ah, shit, there's more orcs.
Oh joy. Okay, same cantrip. I'll use the green flame blade on that dude so that I hit the green orc with the green flame.
A lot of green, man.
Yup. I booped it.
Alright, so
Damn.
does not hit.
Figures.
Yeah. And afterwards, were you having trouble setting up the cantrip or something, or? because you weren't getting it to pop up
It's a
before.
compendium, so I have to make it. Yeah.
Oh, I can set it up for you later. So that's your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Breach's turn. He's going to start focusing on the guy that just showed up and threw a javelin at him. Okay. Pew. That misses. That hits. This orc gets shot, but like, he kind of brushes some of it off. Oh shit. This guy's stronger!
Gotcha.
Alright. Green is going to start attacking. He's in Hergy. That's the wrong sheet. Oh dear God. That's a nat 20. He takes 12 damage. Oh God. Alright, Izanagi got hit fairly hard just then. However, he is going to... Where is his ability? Alright, bonus action. So... This guy begins changing. His fangs become elongated, and his claws start to extend out. It becomes more beast-like.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
It doesn't seem full werewolf. He just turns like kind of like half-breed type of wolf-looking guy. And he is going to... wait, what does he get? He gains temporary hit points equal to that plus that, so he gets 5 temp. And then he's going to slash Mr. Purple there with his claws. Or sorry, not his claws, his fangs. He's going to take a bite. Yum. And that misses, unfortunately. However, this guy just beasts out.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Brandy, your turn.
Here. Okie dokie.
You just watch this guy turn into like part animal.
I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Granted, not too much would surprise me.
He turns into
I'm
a
more-
were
I'm more-
rat.
I'm more shocked by the Platinum Dragonborn than anything.
Mm-hmm. That's like Jesus for dragons. But Dandy, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stick with yeah, I'm just gonna hit. Well, how's red looking?
He is really beat up.
All right. I'm just gonna finish him with my axe. Just a regular axe, but I think it's enough. I think it's gonna be enough to finish him.
15, and it does. You chop his head right off.
Yay!
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Chop, 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 chop.
Slap chop.
Oh, man,
I'll slap chop your face.
And so
Like
you did.
Rude.
Salsa.
And that's your turn. So this guy's turn. He is going to... Burp. And he is going to attack you with his great axe. Does a 24 hit you?
Yes.
And you take 6 slashing. Okay, Mr. Purple, he's like, oh, fuck. Well, he's speaking in Orcish. He's going to attack you, Ingir.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit you?
I'll use my first spell.
You shield. There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So that lasts for the round.
Huzzah! My AC's now 21.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, so he hits you, he thinks he's about to cut your head off, and all of a sudden his axe just bounces off. Magical bubble appears.
Boop.
You Steven Universe bubble shield. If anyone has watched that.
I haven't. I'm sorry.
Alright, big orky man over here. He's gonna get a little closer. He's gonna throw a javelin. At Breachy boy. And come on, roll 20. 13? I'm pretty sure that does not. It does not. Okay. Inger, it's your turn.
Nah, cantrip, green blade, and let me just attack this guy, and then the green guy gets the flame.
Yay. That hits. And
For 11.
yeah, and purple is dead.
Good, good. And then green just takes 4
Yep,
fire.
just gotta do that. Right at the edge of the screen. And it takes 4 fire.
Oops. Just out of my reach.
You can fly straight forward.
I could, but I'd rather not fight him in the air. If anything, I'll just fly right out of his reach.
Okay. Okay. Alright, Bridgie Boy.
I am still flying 15 feet above the air, by the way.
Alright. Bridgie Boy's gonna actually barrel roll over this way and take a couple shots at Greenwork. Try to get him out of the way. And pew. That hits. Does it kill him? It does. Sweet. That. And then he's going to take his second shot and shoot red, green, whatever you want to call him. And pachu. And that hits. And it does not kill him, but it does a sizable chunk of damage. And that doesn't have a turn. Okay, what can he do? Does he have any ranged abilities? He has darts. Okay. They have 20-foot range, so he would have to move. Well, he's gonna move to about there. Oh wait, that guy's still alive. He's going to attack. Whatchamajummers. Actually, he's gonna throw a dart at the guy up on the hill. Yeah, that hits. This bigger orc seems a little bit tougher. He's like, huh. And let's see, ranged weapons are monk weapons, so you can't do his bonus. La 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 la. Yeah, that'll be it for him. Dandy. You know how flanking?
Yeah.
Murder.
Battle axe. Pew.
That hits. And kills him.
Yay!
Kills him dead.
Chop, chop, chop. Other head.
I just saw all the memes you sent me, Beam.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
straight to hell.
Wait, I need to see what I sent you.
It's the rewriting the first draft and then editing the first draft and then
Oh my god, right?
yep, Mufasa. Oh my god. Think we can catch him? Dean will die.
And that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay, this boy's turn.
Unless there's any others.
There's just a guy up on the cliff, but he is going to. See, I actually gotta roll for him because it's a bit of a drop. Oh yeah, he manages to get down. He slides down the edge of the slope here. And he is going to attack Izanagi. Eight does not hit him. Inger, it's your turn.
Alright, well, I will fly pretty much over top.
You free willy over him.
Yeah, I'll fly over top and I'll try and cut his head, or I guess his neck, technically. Center of mass with my katana.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do spin slash in the air.
Pretty much, and I'll try and land here.
Okay. So katana, that does not hit him.
Damn. Alright, and then I'll land.
Okay. Breachy Boy's turn. He is going to barrel roll over this way and take a couple of shots at this Orky man. That misses, and that hits. Alright. That does 12. And this guy, he's taking some hits, but he's still looks like he can go a few rounds. Breach kind of like pops out of the bush. He's not a normal orc. Alright, he's Nagi. He is going to start punching things. I'm actually gonna stab him first. Fuck that, he's gonna use his fangs. Fangs, that's... Ooh, now that he's flanking, because he landed. That will hit. Okay, and does the second one hit? No, it's not. The first one hits. Okay, so he manages to take a big old chomp into him.
Chomp.
Yep. Verdandy.
I am going to grab the right mouse and move right in front of him and slice him with my axe. Slice.
That does not hit.
With advantage? Does it?
Yeah, it's not advantage.
No.
Damn it.
And there's no flanking here anyway.
Oh, why not?
It has to be murder sandwich like this. The other person would have to be on the other side.
Yeah. So I have it with Izanagi.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Rage. Okay. Whatever. My turn.
You multi-class as a barbarian and rage. Okay, Big Orc's turn, and oh boy, he does not like that there's people all over the place. He is going to take a swing at Inger. Okay, he just misses normally. He missed real hard.
Cool. This is good.
And it's Inger's turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action to do this. Well, Searing Smite, but yeah. And then I'm going to attack with my katana.
Okay. That hits, and then he takes, so the 9, because you're doing 2 hands.
Yep.
4, and then he is almost dead.
He's also on fire. Well, he's got to do a con save.
Yeah, I believe it's at the start of his turn he has to do con save and take damage.
Start of each of its turns until the spell ends. Yeah, target must make a Constitution saving throw on a failed save. Yeah.
So when this
Hold on.
Okay.
Spell's duration. So I deal that extra 4 damage regardless, though.
Yeah, because you hit.
Yeah. And then after that, he's got to do a con save.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, good to go then.
Alright.
It is a Constitution, so I have to make sure that it keeps going.
Alright, Breach is gonna just meander over here and That misses. That also misses. Never mind. Gosh, watch. Gets to his turn, he dies with the fire damage. He's a nugget. He is going to try to bite him again. Oh, that fucking misses even with flanking. And then again, even with flanking, still misses. For Dandy, finish him.
Do the murder.
Fucking finish him. Damn it.
That misses.
Oh my goodness.
He has to do a con save, right? What's your spell DC?
14.
14. He fails and rolls Spearing
Oh.
Smite.
Okay.
He got a 5.
Nice.
And yeah, he fucking dies of it.
Cool.
Threw like 5 attack rolls at him. He dodges all of them and then dies of flames. So yeah, he just kind of burns in place.
Good.
Funny.
They are all
Cool.
dead though.
Good.
And,
Cool.
hold on, I'm gonna scroll down. I'll give you the experience points and then we'll end session because it's close to 11 now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Calculator.
I don't quite get the one meme, but I'm gonna look at the history essay.
So you each get 350 experience each.
Oh, okay, cool. How much? Sorry?
350 each.
355, so 634. Yeah.
Okay, and you successfully saved him from getting swarmed by orcs, although he was doing fairly good.
Neat.
And we will end session there.